There's been a lot of different plans for Minecraft, many of which were followed through with. But sometimes, things don't make the cut or go according to plan. Today we'll be looking at 5 different ideas Notch had for the in-game mobs that never saw the light of day. Considering Notch no longer works at Mojang, I think it's safe to say these, at least for the time being, won't be making it into the game. What a shame. My name's Dr. Minecraft MD, here to bring you your medically approved dose of Minecraft content. I prescribe you to subscribe and like the video. Doctor's orders. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the brown bear may not make an appearance. Bear with me though, I'm about to tell you all about it. Are these puns overbearing? Oh yeah? Oh, then I'll stop. The brown bear would be a great addition to forest biomes, and makes a lot of sense. We already have polar bears and pandas, so adding a mob like the brown bear seems somewhat inevitable. These bears would function similarly to others in the game, protecting their cubs from players and other mobs while also being a rare and beautiful sight. Most of the time, these bears would be found looking for honey from beehives, foraging berries from bushes, or hunting for salmon in rivers. They would also be playful like the panda, rolling onto their backs and just generally acting like goofballs. You know, bear stuff. One difference between it and other bears would be certain. Brown bears would be obsessed with honey. Like, they can't get enough of the stuff. If you see a beehive nearby, assume a bear is in range. Otherwise, you might be in for a surprise. Bears will leave players alone unless they're holding fish, berries, or honey blocks. Holding on to anything in a bear's diet will attract them towards you. And if that happens, run! They don't want to eat you, just all your stuff. If you want to make it out alive, you might have to just drop all your salmon. It's a robbery. And the perpetrator is a bear. In real life, bears hibernate, and it would be no different in Minecraft. If for whatever reason you interrupt this mob's slumber, they will become agitated. You won't like the bear when he's hangry. You know, like hungry angry. Right? No? I know I'm right. I'd start running if I were you. But let's say you were able to sneak past the bear. If quietly done, you could potentially steal some of the bear's food lying around the cave. Desperate times call for desperate measures. As we've mentioned before, Mojang loves to add variations of pre-existing mobs into the game. Doesn't it just make sense to add the brown bear? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. At one point, Notch showed interest in adding mega beasts into the game. They would function as a sort of mini-boss. Upon testing though, Notch seemed to think they didn't work for Minecraft. There's a large list of mega fauna, or big animals, that could be added to the game. For example, elephants and giraffes are considered mega fauna. We wanted to look to the far past though. That's why the next mob on our list is the woolly mammoth. They would be native to snow biomes and would travel in packs. Mojang has added multiple endangered species to the game already. How about one that's straight up extinct? Ha! One-ups you there, Mojang. This animal is legendary, and having it in the game could serve as a useful tool in educating people on creatures no longer on Earth. On top of that, I think by default, the woolly mammoth is more interesting than the plain old elephant. And I like elephants, but this big guy is way cooler, and furrier, and cuter. I digress. Although they seem intimidating, they would be a neutral mob, leaving players alone unless provoked. I personally wouldn't kill them, since they're so beautiful. But sometimes, you gotta do what you gotta do. If you do slay these legendary beasts, they'll drop multiple steaks, giving you a large source of food. Woolly mammoths can also mate to make adorable little babies. These guys can only survive in the Arctic. Otherwise, they'll die. Aww. This sucks, but luckily, you can always just post up in a snowy biome and watch them out your window. We're all doing a lot of watching out our windows these days, aren't we? Hope everyone's doing okay out there. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Speaking of extinct animals, we got one more mega beast for you. What's that, you might ask? Well, follow me. On to our next mob. This next mob is aggressive. Like, real aggressive. It kills anything it sees, and it's real good at killing. Just like me. Okay, fine. I admit it. I'm a Minecraft vegetarian. Real life too, actually. That's not even a joke. But this guy ain't. Introducing the Sabretooth Tiger. Before going extinct, these big cats roam the western side of the Andes Mountains in South America. Because of this, we believe that the Sabretooth Tiger should spawn in mountain biomes and jungle biomes. Like I said, it's aggressive, and will hunt everything except for the ocelot. Those guys are family. They're like straight up bros, y'all. They're natural-born hunters and will hide out in jungle bushes and jagged cliffsides, waiting for their moment to pounce on prey. Keep your head on a swivel when exploring jungles or traversing mountains, because these guys might just be somewhere hiding, waiting to strike. Luckily, there are some small audio cues that could clue you into potential danger. Firstly, the rustling of leaves, which can be very easy to miss. More importantly though, you will hear a light snarl of a nearby Sabretooth. Hear that noise, and it's time to think of a game plan. If you are able to outstrike from this mob, it will drop its Sabretooth, which could be crafted into a Sabretooth spear. This new weapon would yield the same strength as an iron sword, but with the durability of a diamond variant. It could also be used in melee combat or be thrown like a trident. Wow, that's like one of the best weapons in the game. Pretty cool. While the Sabretooth Tiger would be hard to take down, rare to come by, and sneaky as a fox in July, they would come with a pretty cool reward. I want the Sabretooth Spear. The Sabretooth Tiger is brutal and dangerous, but the opportunity of crafting a weapon as unique and versatile as the Sabretooth Spear would make it something worth taking on. I know it's more intimidating than most mobs wandering around the overworld, but I think that's a good thing. More variety and more danger would make Minecraft a more versatile game, and it'll keep you on your toes. Next mob! If you've seen our previous video, we've explored a similar version of this next mob. It'll be a daunting foe, but one that will be fun to battle. I'm talking about the Ice Troll. Notch has mentioned wanting to add trolls into the game, saying they would be a larger mob. Because of this, we think they would make a great mini-boss. Their stats would be similar to a Ravager, but they would have some other powerful tricks up their sleeve. For one, Ice Trolls would have the ability to throw boulders at the player, which would result in a large loss of health. Ice Trolls would be found in snow biome caves and atop mountains. They would be naturally hostile towards players and have a resistance to melee attacks. The trolls would be slow to move and slow to attack. Because of this, range attacks are recommended in taking out the Ice Troll. They would also be weak when it comes to fire attacks. Ice Trolls would be high risk and high reward, dropping precious ores when killed. We were thinking the drops would follow the same value system within Minecraft. Ores like iron would be the most common, but some lucky warriors would get diamond. So battle it out with the Ice Troll. Might just end up richer. I love that idea. With a mob like this in the game, it gives the player more freedom to choose how they play. I'm a big fan of the RPG elements of Minecraft, and this would increase it tenfold. Not much of a spelunker? Instead of extended stays underground, enter the ring with this big fella. We think it'd be cool if Mojang added more fantasy creatures to the game. Starting with the troll, then maybe they can even add different variations to different biomes, like our swamp troll from our mini-boss video. Check it out, links in the description. Excuse me. But anyway, what do you think of the Ice Troll? Do you think you could take it on? Let me know in the comments down below. This game has always had somewhat of a fantasy twist, and with Minecraft Dungeons coming out soon, we imagine the next mobs will have the same spin. The next mob on our list is the Goblin. Ugly, skeevy monsters. Notch showed interest in this, mentioning how he liked the idea of finding a goblin village while exploring in infinite mode. Notch has been noted to speak about Minecraft's fantastical elements. It's safe to say goblins, trolls, and dragons are just the beginning of the ideas he had in mind. Most of the mobs on our list have been large, but this one is the opposite. Goblins will be small and swarming. Each goblin would only have 2.5 hearts of health, but their numbers would easily overwhelm a player if given the opportunity. Beyond this, they'd be found underground, deep below in cave systems. Because of this, naturally their eyes would be as white as snow. The cave goblins would use sound to locate players, rather than sight, and strike as a collective. If you hear the scuttling of their little feet, prepare your sword, or prepare to run. Even then though, they're fast. Make a small mistake, and it might be the last one you make. I can hear the sound of it now. So many squeaky, terrifying voices. Do you think goblins should be aggressive towards players, or be more like goblins featured in our cave update video, where you can trade with them and find goblin villages? Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Let's do an outro. Notch had a lot of great ideas for Minecraft, even if not all of them made it into the final version of the game. It's honestly a mystery if any of these have serious potential of being added into the game. Notch is obviously the brainchild behind Minecraft. You'd think Mojang would want to exercise the original vision of the game. That being said, the course of games change, especially for one as old as this. Maybe one day they'll finally see the light. What did you think of our list? Would you like these ideas added into the game? Let me know in the comments down below. This has been Dr. Minecraft MD. Until next time, this doc is off the clock.